You both said today that you love each other, and I believe it, but I'm trying to tell you, love is not enough for a successful marriage. There's so many other things that go in it. It's not just about you anymore.
Here is today's case.
My husband is going through a midlife crisis, and I want a divorce.
Why I'm getting crucified for something I did 10 years ago. Judge Faith, please talk some sense into my woman.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Blackwell versus Blackwell.
Thank you, Juan. Miss Blackwell.
Yes, ma'am.
You brought your husband, Mr. Clyde Blackwell, to court today because you say your marriage is on the rocks.
Yes, Your Honor. You know, I don't know if it's my husband's going through midlife crisis or something, but I'm definitely here today to get a divorce. You know?
Okay, tell me what's going on. Give me some background.
Well, it's like I'm a good woman. I cook, I clean, I handle our business. I do everything, literally. And he is just not helping me. He's just doing the most.
So how did the two of you meet?
I was moving here from Florida, and I was going by the pawn shop because I needed to pawn something to pay my phone bill. So I was in there and I was standing in line, and then he walked up to me and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Good." He said, "I like my girls like I like my rims." And I said, "What's that?" He said, 24s.
You just got a line for everything, don't
Right.
you?
He called me like an hour later and asked me out, and then went out with him, and it was on from there.
That was magic.
How long have the two of you been married, sir?
About 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have
And I don't
children
even know,
together?
excuse me, Your Honor, I don't even know why we're here. Because, I mean, I do everything. I mean, I just, you know.
What you mean you don't know why we here?
I don't know why she acting tripping, acting crazy.
So, according to you, your marriage is great.
Yeah, to me.
And you have no clue why she's bringing you to court
clue.
today.
I don't have no clue why.
Well, what are some of the issues you say have been happening? Because I have a plethora of issues she submitted to court today that I've read through.
What?
Okay, so me and the kids were cleaning out the car one day, and I found an earring in the car. So I went to him and I said, "You know, Clyde, whose earring is that?" And he told me it was either mine's or my daughter's. We don't wear those type of earrings.
So it's not your earring?
Right, I'm simple, you know.
And you checked your daughter?
Yes.
You checked with your daughter and she said it's not
she's
her?
also simple. We don't wear...
Whose earring is it, Mr. Blackwell?
So what happened was, it was raining, and she was driving down the street with a kid. So I picked them up, because a gentleman I am, and I just drove them in the...
A gentleman?
I'm a gentleman.
A gentleman.
Hold on one second, ma'am.
So I picked them up and took them. It was in our subdivision. So, you know, I was just getting her a ride, and I dropped off, and I didn't know she dropped no earrings.
So you
I
were
was
being
just
a good Samaritan and a good neighbor.
That's all it was. That's all it was.
To
I had
help a
beautiful
woman
wife,
in the rain.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
And a
She
kid.
is beautiful, but
Yeah.
that's not the issue here. The issue is, despite that, she's saying she's observing problematic behavior. So you don't believe that he was doing community service that day?
No, ma'am. What he was doing was flirting with this lady because he, you know, we've seen her before in the neighborhood. And so ever since I found that earring, then I went and installed a GPS on his phone.
Okay, so you CSI now?
Yes, but the COVID came and I couldn't get far with that. But yeah, the tracking device is still on his phone.
The pandemic stopped you from actually tracking on the tracking device.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Well, that's the time to track. You can wear a mask and everything. Nobody will recognize you.
Yeah, but he doesn't go anywhere now. So he's always at home. But before then, that's why I put the app on his phone.
So you thought you were going to be able to track the source of this earring with this device?
Right.
You think he's talking to her, flirting with her?
Clyde is very, very flirtatious with women, period. He says he loves women so much. But, you know, it comes a time when he has to realize that he's married with children, and that's just stuff you just don't do. That's just like, Your Honor, can I give you a story?
Tell me.
Well, it's just like we were riding in the car one day, and the phone rang, and so I answered it. It was his phone, and the girl said, "Hey, wifey, how are you?" And I said, "Wifey." She was like, "Let me speak to our husband." And so I'm like, "Our husband?" And I looked over at him. You know, he got that same grin on his face riding down the street.
Well, who is this woman?
Hold up. Let me explain myself first. What happened was, I was driving down the street. It was my friend. She called playing. And
Your
then
friend,
I was going...
But you married.
Hold up. Let me talk. It It was my friend. She just called and playing on the phone, right? So I was gonna check her, but in the check, I got a right hook while I'm going down the highway. So I'm about days.
My hand slipped. I'll take that one.
So let me ask you
So
something.
I was dizzy. That's why I couldn't straighten the situation out at the time, because I was about days. She done cut me. I'm driving down the expressway, about to run into something.
Who is the woman referring to?
That's a friend.
Hold on a second. Hold on a
I can't have
second.
friends, Your Honor.
Well, okay, hold on a second. Not friends who call your phone and ask and disrespect your wife and say, can I speak to our husband? No, you can't.
Your Honor, I was gonna straighten that till the right hook hit me, and it got me dazed. So
Listen,
I was trying to get myself together, you know what I'm saying?
But the fact that you have a friend who feels comfortable enough,
Your Honor,
right,
Call your
to
phone.
address
That's right.
your wife in that manner is
right.
problematic.
Yep.
And then, let me just back up for a second.
Okay.
Because now I know you have a history with this
Yes, he
so-called
does.
friend of yours.
He does.
This is someone who you previously had an affair with?
Yes, and she disrespects me by calling.
Why is this okay in your mind?
It wasn't okay in my mind. I was gonna straighten her right then.
Is she still a friend of yours?
No more. I
But Your
got rid
Honor,
of
how
it.
did she know the same number to call him? You know, we've been together for 10 years.
My number was the same for 10 years, so that's
Well, no, he
what
said
that
it
is.
was a friend, but she's no longer a friend.
No, I got rid of her.
That's a
So,
lie, Your Honor.
I love my
so
wife.
she does not call you anymore.
No.
Okay, and so you did correct the situation.
Yeah, I would have corrected then when she called if I didn't get the right hook.
I snuck up behind him, and he was watching the Instagram models.
I can't control them women.
But she said you liking the post. You can control that, can't you?
My hand might have slipped.
You put all that energy into looking at these women. You could put that same energy into me.
She is telling you how she feels. She must be heard. Ms. Blackwell, are you saying that he is cheating? Is that what you're saying?
Well, Your Honor, I really don't know. That's why I'm here to really find out. Am I tripping?
Are you
know?
cheating?
She tripping. I'm not cheating.
Because
I got a
if you're
good wife. I
constantly
love her,
talking
my
to
kids.
other women and you're married, to me that sounds
You
like
can't
you're
have
cheating.
friends. I have friends.
I don't
before
have
had
any
her.
male friends. What male friends do I have?
Well, hold on a second. Hold
Okay.
on a second. Hold on a second. Because you say you don't cheat.
I don't cheat.
What is your definition of cheating?
Sleeping with somebody else.
Okay. Okay.
Because if
But
I
you're-
talk to, she get to tripping. If I talk to another one, we talking. What you talking to her for?
What are you
can't even
suspicious?
talk-
Well, first of all, if someone calls your phone and says, "Let me speak to our husband,"
Right.
that is not a friend.
Your Honor,
that
I
is
lost
not
it. I
appropriate.
really literally lost
it's not,
it after
It's not even your friend. You know why? Because if it was your friend, they wouldn't disrespect your marriage.
That's
like
right.
that.
I checked.
That's someone who just
but
doesn't care
see,
about your marriage.
I checked that after that, and it broke our friendship. I don't even talk to
Okay.
her
That's a
no more.
lie,
Well,
Your Honor.
that's appropriate.
That
I don't
same
even
girl
do that no
on
more.
Facebooked me. She went on Facebook and said, let me talk to our husband.
After that?
After that.
Okay.
But
Yes.
I didn't know nothing about that, Your Honor.
Okay, so
I
you're
took the-
saying she's going rogue now and just trying to do stuff
Yeah, trying to do, crazy.
inflict
you know.
conflict.
Well, why would she be doing that, though? You know, this girl, she's not an ugly girl, you know, so
So you think he might like her?
I think he is.
Because he had an affair with her before?
Yes, I do.
You say you're not sure
Right.
that he's cheating. He says he's not. What other evidence do you have that something might be going on?
Your Honor, he would be sitting in the chair, and he has his phone on him constantly, all day long. And so I was just wondering, like, what are you looking at all day long like that? So I went and stood behind him one day. I snuck up behind him, and he was watching the Instagram models, and there it is right there. You know, he just watching their dancing and all that stuff on the phones.
Your Honor,
Now, we have that photo blurred out, but I saw the
Your
unfiltered
Honor,
version.
I can't control them women.
You
I got a
can't
good one.
control
I'm at
what they
home.
post, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't control them.
But But she said you liking the post. You can control that, can't you?
My hand might have slipped. I don't know what happened.
Really? So every day you're
It's not every day,
dealing with
not-
your hand slipping.
Look, hold up. I was just going through no offense. I was just going through strolling. You know, like the pictures. They like my pictures.
Okay,
Nothing. You know, that's
Mr.
all. It ain't nothing.
Blackwell.
I won't doing nothing wrong.
Mr. Blackwell, I'm gonna tell you why we're here.
Okay.
Because she don't believe you and I don't either.
Why you don't believe me?
Because I-
Y'all
because
working
I
against-
just
y'all
don't.
working against me.
Because
Now,
John.
but here we are. Has she expressed to you that she does not like you following and liking these posts that she sees? Has she expressed that to you before today?
Never.
Not once.
He's
Never.
lying, Your Honor.
Not
Never,
once.
never,
Your Honor, he
never.
is
It's the
lying.
first time you're
I'm
hearing
just
of
saying-
this.
He
Never.
is lying. He is lying. I tell this man all the time, you put all that energy into looking at these women, you could put that same energy into me. Because I'm a good woman.
That seems reasonable.
I mean, any man would love to be with me.
That seems
But
like
you
a
don't even
reasonable
show
request.
me. He doesn't even show me that.
Hold on.
Well, he's denying that this conversation has ever even happened.
That's what he does.
If she'd have told me that, I'd have erased the Instagram.
So, Mr. Blackwell.
I love my wife. So I don't even know why we're here.
Well, you said that about 5 times, and she keeps telling you why we're here, and you keep saying you don't know. I know why you're here because she's telling me. You still don't know?
Who is the Southside woman? Tell me about her.
I don't
So
know
we
what
gonna
you're
play
talking
like
about.
you
I
don't
plead
know.
the fifth, Your Honor.
Well, I have to
what
take
she's talking
We're
about.
not in criminal
She
court.
tripping.
You don't get to plead the fifth here.
Yes,
That's not
she
an option.
tripping.
You both said today that you love each other, and I believe it. But I'm trying to tell you, love is not enough. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Let's credit what you've said today, that you are not cheating at all.
Yes.
Do you understand her point of view? Because every woman is different. I have friends who they have no issues whatsoever with their husbands following a lot of accounts. But there are some women who do. They don't like it. They feel that it's disrespectful that they see their man looking at other women all day, every day, and they feel disrespected by that. So can you understand why that is a concern of her? Is that something that you are behavior that you are willing to adjust and change based on what I see as a reasonable request?
Yes, I'm willing to do that. Because I love my wife and my kids and family. I was just sitting
So
there.
who is this woman on the South Side then? Because when I saw the text messages.
Now, you know she got a tracker.
Exactly. So who is the South Side woman? Tell me about her.
What's Southside woman? I
Oh,
don't
so
know
we
what
gonna
you're
play
talking
like
about.
you
I
don't
plead
know.
the fifth, Your Honor.
Well,
I don't
I
know
have
what
to
she's
take-
talking
We're
about.
not in criminal
She
court.
tripping.
You don't get to
Message
plead the
down.
fifth here.
Yes,
That's not
she
an option.
tripping. She tripping.
How am I tripping,
She
Clyde?
tripping
How am
all
I
the
tripping?
time. She trip, nag, doing this, and then when somebody give you a little attention, they'll think it's all, but I'm a good man.
What are the text messages you've submitted to court?
It was from the girl that lives on the South Side, you know, and I don't know. I don't know if it's the same girl that called the phone that day.
Well, let me see the messages. So you have a text from someone, good morning, handsome,
And he's giggling when he's reading those messages.
and you reply with the thumbs up.
Because he can't text, Your Honor. He doesn't know how to text back good.
And
That was just a friend.
are you going to be
A
on
friend.
this side of town
I mean,
today, is what she's asking you.
Right, and that's the South Side.
Do you have a lot of friends that your
Yeah, I got a lot of
wife
friends.
is not friends with and that she does not know
Yes,
at all?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Ma'am, you brought a witness with you today?
Yes, Your
Who's
Honor.
your
I brought my
witness?
son, Kendall.
Okay. Kendall,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
What are you here to be a witness to today?
Well, obviously this is my dad. I consider him my real dad because he's been raising me since I've been about 9 years old. But for about the last year or so, I've been seeing my dad be very social in public with women. I also been catching him on the phone with women. And I had a conversation with him, a son-father talking. I just told him, as your son, you always teach me how to be more respectful towards women, so why can't you do that with my mother?
Right.
So he promised me that he was gonna change his ways and do better and do this and do that. But a few days later, he always get right back to on Instagram looking at naked women, and when we go in public, he has to say something, let a woman know that she's pretty or this,
Okay.
that, and the third, and I just feel
And
like...
while you're with him, he's doing this?
While I'm with him. And I just feel like if you train me and raise me to be this man that you want me to be, why can't you be that man for me? So with that being said, Your Honor, if it don't get fixed today, I think that they should get a divorce.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Senior. I appreciate everything you've shared here today.
Thank you.
I think it's very compelling. He doesn't, you know, he's objectively looking at this. Obviously, your family, he loves both of you. But I think what he said today should really move
Yeah,
you.
it moved me. It really moved me.
You know, I think one of the problems is you're very likable. I could see how you're a flirt with people. I think that's one of the things you liked about him.
Yeah.
But it's also one of the things you hate about him.
Right.
And you've got to find a way to reel that in now. What has to happen for you, Miss Blackwell, because you said you don't know if he is having an affair. I can understand some of this behavior that you've observed that you deem to be inappropriate. I understand that. You don't know if he's actually crossed the line to seeing these women, dating them. But you see a lot of flirtation. You see someone who seems like he's willing to, is what you're saying.
If he wasn't going to get caught, he would definitely do it.
But given that you're CSI,
Your Honor.
don't you think you perhaps would have accumulated some more evidence by now? Because I'm not sure that he's actually crossed that line either,
Your Honor.
based on everything you've told me today. I think he's very friendly. I think he's a flirt. And given the lengths that you've gone to track him,
it didn't work out with the track.
I'm a good catch, you know, but I love my wife and my kids, and I won't get nothing in the world for them.
Your Honor, before I told him, I said we were going to the court, I needed for you to go and pick up our marriage certificate, okay? We had a wedding, Your Honor, a big wedding, flower girls, everything. He forgot to turn in the marriage certificate so that we can get a license. So I have an empty marriage license.
okay.
And he's been
When you say
married before.
you mean
so
it's not signed?
It's not signed because
Okay.
he didn't turn the papers back in.
You
Your
never
Honor.
turned the papers in?
Your Honor.
So that means I'm not married. And when I found that out, I was so hurt, I didn't even know what to do.
What do you have to say about that,
He
Mr.
didn't turn the marriage
Blackwell?
license in because he didn't want to be married.
I had the marriage license.
And neither
She
one of
signed-
you followed up all these
This
years?
is my first marriage, Your Honor. I didn't know he's been married one time before me.
You don't have to know.
So I trusted him to
follow up.
it in, Your Honor.
Listen, either way, the two of you have invested time and energy into this long-term relationship.
You got two kids.
We got kids,
And I
yes.
think you do, in your own way, love each other, and you have certainly lived your lives in front of the entire world as a married couple. You both said today that you love each other, and I believe it. And you've said it many times, but I'm trying to tell you, love is not enough for a successful marriage. There's so many other things that go in it. It's not just about you anymore. Am I right?
You're right.
Okay, so is she a good wife?
She's a great wife.
Okay.
Good kid.
So,
she takes care of the kid.
So then appreciate it.
I don't know why I'm here.
So then we're not starting this case over.
Okay.
Because
I just
we've
feel
heard.
underappreciated.
Well,
Really.
let's
I
be
really
serious
do.
for a
I think
minute.
we go out to eat.
Let's get-
That's not needed.
I have no doubt that the two of you have a great time when you
Okay.
go out together. But let's just get serious for a moment. Because she's here, she's pouring her heart out. Your son is here.
I do, I really
He's
do
talking
love
about this as well. And it takes a
Can I
lot
get
of
a hug right
courage.
quick,
No,
young-
I'm gonna finish.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish because
Okay.
we're not hugging this out right now.
Okay.
Right.
We are resolving this.
Okay.
This is serious to her.
Okay.
This is serious to your son, right? Listen to what she's saying to you about what bothers her, what hurts her, what she finds to be disrespectful. She is telling you how she feels. Some people will not tell you how they feel. She is telling you she must be heard. You are saying she is a great wife.
Yes.
I am saying appreciate what you have, because I promise you, have one conversation with one of those Instagram models and you will appreciate her all the more.
No,
Trust me. So my judgment in this case is to work it out and listen to what she's saying
I'm gonna
and
race
do
my
better.
Instagram because I know they ain't gonna cook, clean, wash and iron, do what she do. So
That's right.
I'm gonna stay with her. So
Well, enjoy
I'm
each
a-
other. I hope
I'ma
you
throw
love
the-
each
I'ma
other
throw my
and
phone in the
everything
pool.
works out. You have a wonderful son. I appreciate you coming
Thank
here
you.
today. I really wish both of you the best. Good luck.
Thank you.